Aurelio, commiserations, obviously not what you would have planned coming into tonight. Can you pinpoint where things went wrong and how Perth got on top of you?
Oh, we started poorly. Attitude, behaviours, definitely wasn't us. And then when you give them a 2-goal head start after 20 minutes, it becomes very difficult. We're just negative with what we're doing with the ball at the moment. When I talk about our behaviours, what made us good last season, and I know that's last season and I don't want to dwell on last season, but what's made us solid up to this point is all those behaviours, all those things that we're looking for in the game. Aggressive when we don't have the ball, moving the ball quickly. That just wasn't evident in the first half. And then you have a look at the second half. So why is it so different in the second half than the first half? So got to find a way to get through that. The second half was obviously more what we're like. We were a lot more dangerous going forward. So it's a little bit of everything, I think.
Because when you touch on what you're doing with the ball, you did get a goal at the ends there, but by then already down 3-0. And I think in the league, multiple goals only in 2 games this season. It was almost three games without a goal from open play until Andy at the end. What's going wrong in front of goal where maybe you're not scoring as much as previously?
Well, it's a good question because there's probably another 5 or 6 clubs who struggle to score goals at the moment. We're one of them, of course. Last year was very similar, although, a lot of games we won 1-0 or... we got a late goal to make it 2-0, so it probably wasn't as highlighted as much. But now it's, when you're not scoring, becomes, open to everyone. It's clear. We're probably moving the ball way too slow. In our last couple of games, every time we move the ball quickly with fewer touches, we're getting the ball into the box and trying to create something. When you look at tonight's first half to second half, at least in the second half, we had guys who were committed to making forward runs, and then you expect the person on the ball to make the right decision at the right time, and we did create more of those moments in the second half. So we just have to get back into training and keep working on it.
Was that probably the most disappointing performance of the season, even given the positive response in the second half?
That first half was very poor for us, yeah, absolutely.
I guess I know you guys are used to this sort of thing, but a third game in 9 days, is that any
no excuses, absolutely zero. We're not looking for them. I don't want them. We know when we came into the competition this year that we're going to have to back up a lot, and so you can't have it both ways. You want to play Champions League, then you play Champions League. You need to back up, then obviously you need to back up. And that's how it is. So we have to push our way through this. Last year we lost 3 in a row. I know our last 3, we've only taken 1 point, so that's not good enough. And we got to stick fat and keep pushing our way through it.
Well, when you're talking about you're not seeing the behaviours that you wanted to, obviously in the first half you're not seeing them, maybe a bit more in the second, but is that something that you've noticed throughout this season or maybe in the last few weeks, the behaviours maybe haven't been as bad as they were in the first half tonight, but they're not at the same level they were last season?
We're probably a little bit below, I would say, definitely. And we've had moments also this season already where they're just not quite there, and we maybe have got away with it at times. But tonight we just didn't get away with it in the first half. So I expect us to get back in this week again. We've got a tough game against Sydney on Saturday, and show more of what we demonstrated in that second half.
Because obviously you can work on some stuff in the training track, but I imagine that application, that mindset, well, it is a mental thing. It's something that players have to want to do no matter what you or the other coaches do at training. How do you capture that? How do you bring that level back up?
Oh, we got to find a way. There's no you can't get the magic wand and say, oh, all of a sudden we expect you to be like this. So, we're going to poke, we're going to prod, and the strongest ones will survive. That's how it is. So, nothing is lost. Apart, we've lost the game and we're not happy with it. We just got to get back into it. There's no other way. There's no secret. We've got to continue to work. And find a balance where some need a little bit more of a freshen up, and that's it. So I've got some thinking to do over the next couple of days about how we're going to approach next week's game. So that's all part of the process, and we'll do that starting tomorrow.
So if you only the one win in the past 6, and heading into the new year, you might actually find yourselves outside the top 6. Could that
potentially?
Could that be the kick in the teeth that you guys might need to sort of revamp the season?
I don't think you need a kick in the teeth, really. I think you, regardless of where you are and what sort of shape you're in, if you're going onto the pitch, then you know that you have to put in a shift. It's simple. So all the basic things, the 50-50s, being aggressive, all those things. Even that first half was poor. We lost so many 50-50s, which is unusual for us. And the second half, we probably won the majority of them. So better attitude, better commitment, and we just need to continue to strive for that.
I guess we are coming into January, and we're seeing some clubs announce moves already, even if they can't make them until January 14. And we do see that sometimes new faces add something. I guess one, do you have the scope to add anybody in the January window? And okay, well that makes part 2 redundant then. So nobody coming in January.
No,
Okay.
At this stage, but the question could be diverted to the right-hand side there.
If Michael wants to come up,
Just looking to the next game, are there any sort of levers you can pull in terms of personnel, squad-wise, in terms of the first 11, in terms of availability, that sort of thing?
Well, obviously we saw Sammy come back into in the second half, and I thought he was very good. So Elba had some difficulties this week with DOMS, so he didn't play. So hopefully he should be fine for to play a part next game against Sydney. And I think that's it. Leckie's not back for a while. Wongi's back with the group. Lopane will probably be towards the end of the month, February. So that's it.
and escaped unscathed today on the injury front.
It's always the $1 million question, isn't it? Yeah, as far as I know, everyone's fine. Thank you, guys.